And we are live. Man, oh man, welcome back to Takes by Fans, folks. Man, oh man, we're back, folks. And it feels so gosh dang good to be back here, folks. Man, oh man, I truly apologize. We haven't done a show since 5-6. What is 5? January, February, March, April, May. We're in the month of May, ending today, May 30th. Our last show was May 6th, man. And man, oh man, it feels good to be back in the studio talking. And I got a lot of things to talk about, folks. I mean, we were here every single day, noon Eastern, for 2 years straight, talking sports for at least an hour and a half every single day. And I've gone, 3 weeks without talking to y'all? I got a lot of things to say over here, folks. But let's take care of business first, folks. It feels so good to be back here. Where was I? Do I owe y'all an explanation? Yeah, a little bit. So just quickly, folks, I had a great opportunity that I took. I seized the opportunity. Great opportunity came over here in my direction, where I am now officially a card breaker for We the Hobby over here, local shop over here. Where I am from, The Rock, if you will. And hang on, let me mute this. Let me mute that. All right, perfect. There we go. All the settings, folks, and that's why we're a little 5 minutes late to the party here today, because I had to refigure out how to do all my settings here. Once again, 3 weeks off, folks. A little rusty, but we're right back at it here. So, where was I the last 3 weeks? 4 weeks. Here goes, folks. Got a opportunity to be a card breaker for We the Hobby, and it's been absolutely magnificent, folks. We're breaking cards every day, talking sports every day, and it's just been an absolute dream come true, and it's all thanks to this, folks. It's all thanks to y'all for the continued support. Takes by Fans truly launched it, and it's the best decision that I ever made 2 years ago, starting this show, talking every single day. So I've just been getting in the groove of that, figuring out that schedule, and now since I figured out that schedule, we're back. So, noon Eastern, mostly every single day. I can't promise every single day, but I will do my best to get it every single day. But we will be doing it most days here around noon Eastern. And we'll be going for, an hour and a half like our usual. So, we're back. That's the overall message. And let's just get into it because, folks, did y'all watch Game 7 last night? Did y'all see Jason Tatum, superstar, go off? Now I have my I gotta talk about Jason Tatum a little bit more. We're gonna get into it, don't worry, folks. A little disappointed in him, but overall the man's going to his first finals appearance, and we called it. I know it's been a long time, but one of our last tweets before we went dark for about 3.5-4 weeks was, hey, the winner of the Bucks-Celtics series will win the whole thing. And who do we call to win the Bucks-Celtics series? The Celtics. And now who's in the finals? The Celtics. Another one of our final tweets right before we went dark was this right here, quote, in a sarcastic tone. Yeah, the Celtics are going to lose against the Heat after taking care of the Nets and the Bucks, with a gif of Mike Tyson just going absolutely manic laughing, because yes, that's hilarious to say that the Celtics would have lost to the Heat. Now, the series went close. It went 7 games, absolutely. But overall, the Celtics were in main control of the series overall. Yes, both home teams lost 2 games on their home floor, unfortunate. But we've seen the Celtics big leads. We've seen the Celtics be able to overcome runs like they did last night. Celtics leading 10+ points almost really right out the gate. And the Celtics the Heat would rubber band the lead a little bit, bringing, the 10+ point deficit down to about maybe 5 or even 3. And then the Celtics reopen up the lead. We saw that all throughout the entire playoffs, honestly, by the Celtics, rubber banding big leads. And that's where we have a little bit of concern with the Celtics. Now, we've got the finals matchup. Warrior Celtics, and I am really torn here, folks. I love the Celtics. I really would like to see the Celtics win a ring. I would love to see Jason Tatum win a ring and get all the respect that he deserves. I mean, we've been calling Jason Tatum a superstar since last year, and honestly, I really wanted to give him the recognition like 2 years ago, but I understand it was a little bit early for everybody to get on that board, so I understood the pushback on that. But all this season, we're like, hey, this dude is it. He is him, truly, folks. And we saw what? The national media give the man absolutely no love. Remember, Nick Wright just put Jason Tatum in the superstar kind of debate like 1 week before the playoffs started. It's just like, no, y'all are late on this. I'm not giving y'all credit for being late on something like that. I can't do that when I've been saying it for a year and a half at minimum. No, y'all don't get credit for it now. So, Jason Tatum's just been getting disrespected this entire season and a little bit of his entire career. Now, the national media has been praising Jason Tatum as being good, but no, this man is a superstar. Once again, we'll get into Jason Tatum a little bit more in a second once we get to the game. We're just giving an overall preview so far, folks, a lead up, a tease, if you will. But overall, the finals matchup, I'm not quite ready to call it. I know that I said the winner of the Celtics-Bucks series will win the whole thing, but at the end of the day, folks, we're still talking about the Warriors, a dynasty. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, do not leave that man out. And the most important man of them all, Steve Kerr, letting them play their kind of loosey-goosey 3-point run and gun, big energy, big momentum style. There's not a lot of coaches that would let them play this type of basketball. You know, like Mark Jackson, if he was still the head coach of the Warriors. This Warriors team would not be as good with Mark Jackson as a head coach. And no disrespect to Mark Jackson as a coach or an analyst or a announcer or anything like that. But overall, Mark Jackson would not be coaching this Warriors team the same way Steve Kerr is. And the reason why this Warriors team is now considered a dynasty is because of Steve Kerr letting them play loosey-goosey, letting them play with the flow of the ball because he trusts his players to make the right decision at the right time. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they've got genius basketball IQ, genius situational basketball awareness where they know, hey, we can run and gun here. We can, take 3 threes in a row even if we're missing because we're hot in the momentum and the crowd's on our side. And it's not going to really kind of affect, and it's not really kind of going to, bring us back or make us lose a lead or anything like that. They know when to turn it on. They know when to take smarter shots and all that. And it's because Steve Kerr allows them to play freedom basketball. And that's why they've been so successful since 2014. What do we got? Steph Curry, 8 finals appearances, I think already. Just absolutely absurd greatness. So, Warriors, Celtics in the finals. I'm still wrestling with it. I think the inexperience of the Celtics may hurt them a little bit, and I'll show y'all why I think that when we break down Game 7. Y'all know we got to break down the Game 7 from last night, and I'll talk about it a little bit more and go a little bit more in depth into it. But Jason Tatum, he needs to step it up 1,000% more. His last shot was 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That can't be happening when you're the guy, when you're the number one, when you're Jason Tatum, superstar. You got to be more dominant, more aggressive, more assertive, especially in crunch time in a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. So Jason Tatum, I know we praise him all the time here, but he still disappointed me a tad last night. So with all that being said, folks, let's start talking about this absolutely great game from last night. So here we go, here we go, Celtics Heat, Game 7. Celtics win 196. They covered the -3, and y'all better believe I bet the Celtics -3. I even kind of took a little bit of the most I could and went up to Celtics -7.5. That was looking good all game, but then they can't really kind of close out the game with that big lead, but I forgive them. They still cover the -3, so I will take that. So, Celtics win. They advance to the finals, winning 196, and Jason Tatum, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, shot 42%, kind of stepped it up. It had a little bit of a poor shooting in the first half, but they still had a big lead. And then Jason Tatum kind of really kicked in a little bit more into the second half. But overall, we need the shooting production to be a little bit better, especially in a game 7. I really wanted this to be Jason Tatum's like breakout. Hey, if you don't know, now you know, I'm here. I'm the real deal. But he never really broke that kind of next level I really wanted him to take last night. So hopefully it does come in the finals. But let's kind of break down the final 5 minutes of this game because, once again, Jason Tatum, he's got to be way more dominant, way more aggressive. So let's take it right here. Final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. And why I bring up the final 5 minutes is because that's the last shot Jason Tatum took. Jason Tatum's last shot, which was a bucket, and it absolutely killed Jimmy Butler, and we're going to watch it play in a second, but Jason Tatum's final shot of the game came with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left in the game? That's your last shot? What? Even when the game was close, this game went down to the wire, folks. The Heat were, right on knocking on the door. Final couple seconds. It was crazy last night. Heat were able to kind of take a chance and have an opportunity. Jimmy Butler misses a big 3. We're going to talk about that as well. But this game was close down the stretch. We needed one more bucket to truly secure the win. And it wasn't Jason Tatum taking kind of that final game clinching, series clinching, finals berth clinching shot. And that's why I'm a little disappointed in the man. But here we go. Jason Tatum's last shot to put him up 10. And that's probably why he stopped shooting. He's like, hey, we're up 10 with 4.5 minutes left. We've got the game in the bag. Everybody just calm down. Be cool, calm, collected. Let's lock this game up defensively and get out of here and travel to Golden State for game 1 and get ready for the game. But no, Jason Tatum stopped shooting and the Heat came back. Not good. You know who was taking the last second shots? Marcus Smart. And y'all know I love Marcus Smart. He's been growing on me every single game this season, getting better and better and better and better, and I love it, but he's not the number 1 option. He's not even the number 2 option. Jaylen Brown's the number 2. Marcus Smart is a fantastic facilitator and scorer when he needs to be, but him taking kind of the second most shots last night, we can't be having that, especially jacking up threes, and I know he's a solid three-point shooter, but I don't want this man taking 10 threes a game. And I don't want this man chucking up threes when the game is close, trying to clinch a finals berth. This is not his moment. This is not his game. And he kind of, stepped out of the bounds of his game last night. But let's get back to this Jason Tatum. Here we go. Final shot he took, killing Jimmy Butler. Here we go. Celtics up 8, 4.5 minutes left. Here we go. Jason Tatum's going to get the inbound. 2.8 seconds left on the shot clock, so got to get a shot off quickly off the inbound. And here we go. Jason Tatum catching the inbound pass. Jimmy Butler going the absolute wrong way, getting look at this man. Look at this man getting absolutely burned right here. This is your man. Jimmy Butler's y'all's man. That was y'all's man. I heard y'all. Even though I wasn't here talking every single day, I still saw what y'all were saying. I was still listening to what y'all were saying, folks. All right, so don't get that twisted. But y'all were praising Jimmy Butler, and he had a great game 6. I'm not going to deny it. Absolutely 40-plus points, 47 if my memory corrects me. But yeah, absolutely went manic game 6. But we've seen Jimmy Butler be streaky. We've seen this man be fatigued, and that's the thing I'm hearing today. And I don't know if like the analysisters are kind of saying Jimmy Butler was fatigued last night to make him look good, but it doesn't, because I'm about to bring up Jimmy Butler Bubble Boy that was fatigued and kind of couldn't get it done because he was so tired late in the playoffs. So I don't understand why everyone's kind of saying, oh, well, Jimmy Butler was fatigued and that's why he took the last second 3, and we're going to talk about that as well. But overall, I'm like, that's your cop-out now? Jimmy Butler was tired? That's not good. That's not like a solid cop-out that makes me go, that's why the Heat lost. Oh, okay. That's why Jimmy Butler couldn't, be clutch because he was a little tired. Oh, okay. Like, that's the free pass y'all want to use? lose? What? That's all I'm hearing today. Oh, Jimmy Butler was tired. He jacked up the three and they lose. Still a good three-point shot, absolutely. But we know Jimmy Butler's not that great of a three-point shooter. So we got Jimmy Butler, not a great three-point shooter, and he's tired again in a deep playoff run like we saw in the bubbles when they reached the finals. Do I got to show y'all the picture? I'm going to just type in these three words right here, and I'm sure this picture comes up because it's a big picture. Y'all know the picture. Once I show you the picture, you're going to be like, oh yeah, wow, I forgot about that. We've seen Jimmy Butler fatigued before, folks. Here we go. All I'm going to type into Google, Jimmy Butler, and I think I'm just going to use the word fatigue. Let me see if this brings it up. I think it will. Jimmy Butler fatigued. Here we go. On the images. There it is. I only need three words to bring up this one iconic picture that Google knows. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and 10th picture. First 9 out of 10 pictures on Google Images is Jimmy Butler fatigued. Right here. Bending over on the scores table. Out of breath. Fatigued as heck. Getting beat in the finals. This is y'all's guy? This is y'all's superstar right here that y'all were praising for a good game 6? And then was fatigued game 7? Jacked up, I don't want to call it jacked up a 3. It was a good 3-point attempt. But we still know he's not a good three-point shooter. But this is your man? Fatigued Jimmy Butler? Down 3-1 in the finals? Down 1 point with 46 seconds left? And this is your man? Tired? Bent over? Tired? And this was supposed to be y'all's guy? To beat Jason Tatum's superstar? Really? This guy? All right. And now y'all want to use the excuse of him being fatigued again? All right. If that's what y'all want to say, I've got no problem with what y'all say. But I'm going to talk about what y'all are saying because y'all are saying it. So, okay, if y'all are going to talk about what I be saying, I'm going to talk about what y'all be saying. You know what I mean? If y'all are saying it, I'm going to be talking about it. And y'all are saying Jimmy Butler's fatigued, so you're giving him a little bit of a free pass. Still not ready to accept Jason Tatum superstar, but will accept Jimmy Butler just being tired as a reason of him not getting it done? All right. I'll let y'all live with that. But here we go. Let's go back to this play right here. Jimmy Butler on Jason Tatum getting absolutely burned. Jason Tatum's final points of game 7 right here. 4.5 minutes left, and watch it. And it's a great shot. Jimmy Butler getting burned by Jason Tatum, and then Jason Tatum just kind of pops up and shoots, and it cashes, baby. Long mid-range too. We know that's Jason Tatum's game. He can shoot all over the floor. I think it went 4 of 7 from the 3 last night. Fantastic. We know, he can score all over the place. No big deal. So a little bit of a deeper mid-range shot over Jimmy Butler, and it cashes, and the Celtics are up 10 with 4.5 minutes left. It's looking all good and peachy. Looking like the Celtics are going to cover the alternative spread of Celtics minus 7.5, cover the normal spread of Celtics minus 3. And how crazy was that spread, folks? I know we couldn't we didn't talk about it yesterday. First day back, love it. But, Vegas making the Celtics road favorites in a game 7, it blew my mind. I wasn't really expecting that, but I still took it anyway because y'all know I had faith in this Celtics team, absolutely. But here we go. Jason Tatum puts him up 10 with 4.5 minutes left. Everything looking peachy. But then we get no other shots by Jason Tatum for the rest of the game. It was really just Marcus Smart taking 3 after 3, missing them all, allowing the Heat to close the gap, get close, and almost make the Celtics lose the game. So, Jason Tatum, you've got to be way more dominant in the fourth quarter. I want you taking these Marcus Smart shots. I want you taking these threes. I want you driving into the lane, getting that and one, finishing at the rim to extend the lead and to close out the game. Every shot that Marcus Smart took in the final, look, it's absurd. Here we go. Let's just count them. These are all the Marcus Smart shots for 4.5 minutes, the final 4.5 minutes of the game. Let me know if this is kind of what y'all want. This is what y'all want. Here we go. Marcus Smart. Hitting 2 free throws, 3.5 minutes left. Solid. Make your free throws fantastic. But then here we go. Marcus Smart, missed jump shot, 11 feet out. Marcus Smart, missed 3-point shot, 28 feet out. Marcus Smart, missed three-point shot, 27 feet out. Marcus Smart, missed three-point shot, 25 feet out. Marcus Smart misses a driving layup with 21 seconds left, couldn't be clutch. Marcus Smart cashes 2 free throws, puts them up 4. That kind of ices the game. But at the end of the day, it's Marcus Smart taking all these shots. Why? I don't want that. He's the third option. He's the facilitator. He's the lock-up, clamp-up defensive guy. And he's still a good scorer, a good shooter. I don't mind Marcus Smart taking threes. That's fine. I don't want him taking 10, but a solid 5 to 7 I could live with probably a game. I don't think I would argue that. Marcus Smart's a solid three-point shooter, but not in a closeout scenario to go to the finals. Not to potentially hinder Jason Tatum superstar's great legacy that he's building currently. This is not the moment for Marcus Smart, and this is not what I want to see the Celtics be doing the final 4.5 minutes of the game, relying on Marcus Smart jacking up threes. That's not what I want to see. So Marcus Smart got to rein it in a little bit, and Jason Tatum's got to go manic scoring, dominant, go on his Kobe. He loves Kobe. Wore the armband on his elbow for Kobe last night. So have that Mamba mentality. Kobe wasn't passing the ball, really ever, but especially in big time closeout, clinch out, finals appearance, clinching shots. Kobe was taking all of them and more. So I need Jason Tatum to channel his inner Kobe, channel his inner Mamba, and go Mamba mentality beast mode here. So Jason Tatum, just keep this in mind. Please. So, Jason Tatum scoring on Jimmy Butler. We love it. Next play up here. What's this one? What do we got here? 52 seconds left. Heat down 5. This is the Max Strus 3 right here, and it was absolutely magnificent. Give credit to Max Strus, a great three-point shooter for this Heat team, and absolutely drained this bucket. Huge clutch shot to make a 5-point lead game, a 2-point lead game with 44 seconds left, allowing Jimmy Butler to take a game potentially winning 3 that unfortunately fell short. So Max Strus hits a big 3, cuts the lead down to 2, and then we get this, and this is what I'm saying right here, and this video doesn't do it justice because the play kind of starts with only 7 seconds left, but after the Max Strus 3, Jason Tatum gets the inbound, they run out the entire shot clock, and Jason Tatum, he just kind of pulls up his dribble with only one man on him. I don't understand. There's still 7 seconds left. There's no reason to pick up your dribble here. And he's looking to pass the ball. And he passes the ball to Marcus Smart. And Marcus Smart drives into 4 Heat players and can't finish at the rim. And now this allows Jimmy Butler to potentially win the game. He doesn't. But here we go. Let's watch the Jimmy Butler shot that everybody's just kind of blaming on him being tired and fatigued. I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's what everybody's saying. So Jimmy Butler dribbling up the floor here, down 2, and he pulls up and takes a 3. Now, we know Jimmy Butler isn't a great three-point shooter. His career average is 32%, which is well below the average. I mean, 33% is good three-point shooting. So Jimmy Butler is under good three-point shooting for his entire career, and even this season, it's a ton worse. The man is averaging 23% from 3, which is absolutely abysmal, especially for a superstar. Y'all let me know the last time a superstar is shooting 23% from the 3, folks. This is 2021 basketball, 2022 basketball here, okay? Steph Curry revolutionized the way we play basketball. We can't have superstars not being able to hit threes. That's just not today's NBA. Jimmy Butler's not going to win any big, meaningful games, finals-wise. And I don't want this to be me knocking Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's very, very good. I'm not denying that. Is he a true number 1? I don't really know. Do I count Jimmy Butler a superstar? He's very, very close, but I have him outside looking in. But I do have Jason Tatum a superstar. What is Jason Tatum shooting from the 3 here? Let's quickly look up his stats quickly. Jason Tatum's three-point shots. I can guarantee you he's shooting better than 23%, and that's exactly what we get. Jason Tatum, 38% three-point shooting for his career, and shooting 35% from the three this season, which seems a little low, honestly. I wasn't expecting it to only be 35%, because this man has been kind of draining threes in this playoffs run. Every series, all series long. I mean, what did he shoot last night? Was it 4 of 7? I think it was. Yeah, 4 of 7. The man shot 57%. I mean, this man's kind of been going on a tear from three in the playoffs. So that 35% for this season is kind of shocking me a little bit. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher, but overall, it's still above that 33% average, which is still good. In today's NBA, we'll absolutely take it. So we know Jimmy Butler isn't that kind of three-point guy, and this isn't new. This isn't like news to everybody. Like, everybody knows this. So Jimmy Butler, nobody guarding him, and this is why he took the three, because nobody's guarding him from three. Look at it. Jason Tatum's guarding Max Strus. He's like, this is the guy I gotta worry about. Y'all just saw this man bang that three. I'm not worried about Jimmy Butler hitting the three. I don't care about Jimmy Butler 23% from three shooting to make this big time clutch shot. So Jason Tatum, superstar, is guarding Max Strus here. So Jimmy Butler's running up the floor. Nobody's guarding him tight at the three-point line, because why? Why would you do that? A 23% to three-point shooter, nobody's going to close out. So Al Horford is on Jimmy Butler. So if, and probably the smarter decision, Jimmy Butler drives, he drives on Al Horford, the taller defender. And shout out to Al Horford, who's been really kind of turning back the clock, if you will, in this playoff run. And not even turning back the clock, because Al Horford's always been really solid, a really good five, really good four, really good big in this league. But I don't think we've ever seen this man play at the level that he's been playing in this playoff run. So this man's not only turning back the clock, but he's talking to Father Time and being like, hey, can we invent a new clock for me? A new clock that I can kind of, reach into another, multi-dimension, another multiverse, and grab another version of myself and bring that great version of myself back into this reality? Am I allowed to do that? And Father Time was like, yeah, for you, Al Horford, Big Al, yeah, I'll let you do that. I'll let you bend the space-time continuum. I'll let y'all reach across multiple dimensions to get the best version of Al Horford that there is in the entire universes. Yes, we've all seen Marvel movies. Yes, Endgame. They're going different dimensions. That's what Al Horford just did in this playoff run. So, Al Horford guarding Jimmy Butler on Jimmy Butler's final shot of the game here, because why would you close out on the three? So Jimmy Butler sees this, so he decides, hey, I'm going to pull up from three, and this is the right decision right here. This is Jimmy Butler. This is his team. He's the best player on this team. Not the best three-point shooter, but the overall best player on this team. This is his moment. This is his series. This is his playoff run. So I've got no problem at all of Jimmy Butler pulling up from three here, even though he's shooting 23% for this season. I don't care. This is a good open shot that if he hits, holy moly, he's that guy. And if he misses, holy moly, unfortunately, he's, the GOAT of the game. The GOAT of the game. Hey, you're the GOAT here. You're the reason why we lost a little bit. Unfortunate. Always got to be a GOAT and always got to be a winner. And Jimmy Butler, unfortunately, was the GOAT of the game last night because he couldn't hit the three. But it was wide open, a little short, and then Al Horford with the giant rebound, turning back time, getting that greatest version in Dimension 5B, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting that great version of Al Horford, bringing him here, and grabbing the kind of game-winning rebound. They play the foul game. It's game over from that point with 14 seconds left. So, don't care about Jimmy Butler taking the three. It was the right shot. It was the right decision. Maybe Jimmy Butler drives to the bucket, but once again, then it's going to be, him going against Al Horford. And Al Horford's been having great defense all playoff run long, not just in the series, against the Bucks, against the Nets, all of that. So, maybe Jimmy Butler drives here, can't finish over Al Horford. Maybe he gets the foul call here. Game 7, home court advantage. We know the refs haven't been the best in this series overall. We know the refs love to kind of, put themselves in the limelight for some reason in big games. Hey, I want to be the guy that calls the foul and ruins the game. I want to be the ref that calls the foul with 1 second left in a 1-point game to ruin the game. We know refs do that, folks. We've all seen it. We know it hurts our team. It helps our team. We've all seen it before. So maybe Jimmy Butler drives here, gets the contact on Al Horford, gets the whistle, drains 2 free throws, tie game with 14 seconds left, and we see what the Celtics do. Maybe it goes into overtime. Or Jimmy Butler drives, gets the finish over Al Horford, gets the and one, and then the Heat are up 1 with 14 seconds left, and who knows what happens from there. But Jimmy Butler decides to take a game-defining, legacy-defining shot right here from 3, and it unfortunately does not fall. Now, what people are saying is that Jimmy Butler took this shot because he didn't have anything left in the tank, he didn't want to drive, and that's why, because he was fatigued. And once again, we look at the picture, and that's not an excuse. I wouldn't be using that excuse if I was Jimmy Butler, or if I was trying to defend Jimmy Butler. I'm not saying, oh, well, Jimmy didn't do it because, he was fatigued. That's not an excuse I would be using, folks. That doesn't make you look good. That doesn't make Jimmy Butler look good. It makes him look a lot worse. You're not ready for the big moment? You're too fatigued for the biggest moment of your career? That's the excuse you want to kind of hang your hat on? Ugh. I wouldn't be kind of saying that with Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum beefed this game, I'm not going, well, Jason Tatum was tired. I don't think Jason Tatum was tired the final 4.5 minutes. That's why he didn't take a shot. I think Jason Tatum just likes to kind of not be selfish, and he kind of has to turn on that selfish gene a little bit more. I don't think it had anything to do with fatigueness, the fatigueness factor, like Jimmy Butler. And what did we just see last year in the playoffs? Y'all remember this little nickname? Joel Fatigue. Joel Embiid was fatigued all last year's playoff series, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. Now, Joel Embiid didn't show that fatigueness in this year's playoff. He was a little banged up. James Harden, no great bench, and Doc Rivers not being a good coach. That kind of hindered Joel Embiid's playoff, but it wasn't Joel Embiid being tired. Like Jimmy Butler being tired here in the finals in 2020 and being fatigued again here, game 7, jacking up a 3. So, Celtics end up winning by 4, closing out game 7 here to win the East, represent the East in the finals, and I absolutely love it. And once again, folks, I'm just not ready to give my definitive prediction for who wins the finals. And it's good because we have a couple of days. Finals start on Thursday? Wednesday? Let me quickly double check. The NBA finals start on Thursday. So I got a couple of days here before I can give my official prediction, but it will come before Thursday. Got to sleep on it a little bit more. Got to go back and kind of rewatch some games, and I still love the Celtics, but once again, it's the Warriors, the dynasty. They've been here before. They have the experience, and I think the biggest thing, the biggest knock, the biggest thing that is keeping me from outright saying the Celtics win this playoff series and wins the finals is Jason Tatum's inexperience. And I hope that's not the case. I hope he can kind of learn very, very quickly and start being more aggressive very, very quickly. But I haven't seen it yet, and I've been calling for this all playoffs long, folks, and we still haven't gotten it yet in the biggest game of Jason Tatum's career. So I'm a little worried that it will never come this year, and if it doesn't come this year, I don't know if I can see the Celtics winning. Another big reason why the Celtics may not win the finals is because I don't know if they can keep up with the 3-point shooting that the Warriors have. The Warriors' 3-point shooting is next level, folks. If you show aliens normal basketball play and then show them the Warriors, aliens would think, hang on, these are two different sports. This is not the same sport. That's how crazy and great. I'm not knocking it. It's absolutely fantastic. It's exactly what I want to see. But the Warriors' 3-point style basketball play is absolutely next level. And the Celtics don't have those guys to keep up the three-point shooting. Jason Tatum's very, very good. But we have Marcus Smart going 3 of 10. We have Jaylen Brown going 1 of what? 1 of 5. Al Horford, a little streaky from 3, solid this year, but last night only shot 1 of 6. And Al Horford kind of screwed me a little bit last night. I had a 4-team or 4-leg prop bet, which was going great. It was going great. Really kind of right off the rip. Let me see if I can bring it up here quickly. 4-leg, same game parlay. I think I deleted it already because it was a loss. I was upset. But here it is, folks. It was. Do I have it? Right here. Right here. Here we go. Jimmy Butler, 35-plus points, rebounds, and assists, and Jimmy Butler had that in just points alone. We had Marcus Smart, over 20-plus points, rebounds, assists last night, and he had more than that in points alone. Jason Tatum, 4+ threes. Jason Tatum hit 4 threes, and this is where Al Horford screwed me last night. Al Horford, 2+ threes. He only made 1. He took 6 threes, so the attempts were there. It just didn't cash. It's unfortunate. But Al Horford, we know he can hit big threes, and he started off the game high. He started off the game, I think in the first quarter, maybe in the first 5 shots, banging home a 3, and I was like, holy cow, this is going to cash quickly. And then Al Horford goes ice cold for the rest of the game, shooting 2 of 9 from the field and 1 of 6 from the 3 for the entire game, only 5 points. 14 boards, great defense. We still love Al Horford, but, they're not going to be able to keep up with the Warriors' three-point shooting. Marcus Smart, 3 of 10. Derek White, 2 of 3, but he's coming off the bench. Solid, he doesn't really take that many shots. So they're not going to be able to keep up with a Warriors three-point run. Steph Curry, 3. Klay Thompson, 3. Jordan Poole, 3. Steph Curry, 3. That's 12 quick points. The Warriors aren't going to be, or the Celtics aren't going to be able to keep up with that, especially on the road when they're, on the road to start off the series because the Warriors are the higher seed. So those are my 2 biggest concerns on the Celtics heading into the finals. But once again, folks, I'm going to take my time, couple more slumbers, couple more shows, talking it all through, and we'll all get right for Thursday's game and our predictions to be locked in. So no worries there. But those are my concerns on the Celtics, and it breaks my heart to say it. I don't want to say it. It doesn't make me feel good saying it. I told y'all the Celtics were going to win the finals on, let me bring up the exact date. We had the Bucks as our finals winners heading into the postseason. But after the first playoff series against the Nets, we switched it to the Celtics. So here we go. We officially called the Celtics winning the finals on May 1st. That was our time saying it. And I'm not ready to totally move off of it. But if we have to, we will, because it's all about getting it right. Getting it right. I'm not just going to say, oh, Celtics are going to win because I said it on May 1st, folks. That's not our style over here. Once again, y'all need a little bit of a refresher of what we're all about here at Takes by Fans, because it's right in our Twitter bio. Sports narratives get clearer every day. We adjust accordingly. I'm here to get it right, folks. I'm obviously here to be right as early as possible, but I'm here to get it right. I'm not biased about my favorite teams. I'm not saying anything blasphemous or anything for shock value, everything I truly believe. And once we, talk about football in today's episode, yes, we are talking football. I'm here to, say something I truly believe in that for some reason I'm getting pushed back on. I don't understand why, but I'm here to prove everybody wrong. But this is what we do here, folks. I'm here to get it right. I'm here to get it right. If the Celtics aren't going to win the series, I'll tell you the Celtics aren't going to win the series. But if they are, then I'll tell you that, folks. I'm here to get it right. I'm here to talk every single piece of information through. No bias, no shock value. I'm here to get it right. And so far, we have been right. The Celtics are in the finals. They beat the Bucks. We knew that was going to happen. We knew they would beat the Heat. They beat the Heat. They're in the finals. Now, can they beat the Warriors? I hope so. I don't know so, though, at this current moment. But here we go. Let's start breaking down these stats from last night, and then we move off into the NFL. So here we go. Jason Tatum, solid night. Solid night, not as great as I wanted it to be, but still a solid night overall. 26 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal, great defense. 42% from the field on 21 shots. Definitely needs to be a little bit better, but the 4 of 7 from 3, getting it done from beyond the arc, we will absolutely take that. Al Horford, 5 points, 14 rebounds, great rebounds, game-sealing rebounds, and all that. Great defense. We know what Al Horford can do. Now, the scoring struggled in the second half, but overall, they still escape. All right, Al Horford, big-time plays anyway. Robert Williams is banged up, folks. Only played 14 minutes last night, and they're definitely going to need all hands on deck against the Warriors, especially down low, because Draymond Green is so gosh dang good. Draymond Green is that dude. Draymond Green is him, and he needs a lot more respect. I've been preaching this ever since I started the show. Draymond Green is a huge piece to this Warriors dynasty. He is in the official big three of the Warriors. Steph, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. This is a big three, folks, all right? Can we finally all admit this? Like, that's the official big three. That's as good as a big three as any in all of big three history. LeBron James, Chris Bosh, D. Wade. It's the same, folks. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, who was the big three on the championship winning team? I don't know. They got a big two. But this is a big three, folks. A recognizable dynasty big three. Respect Draymond Green. So we're going to need Robert Williams 100% healthy, all hands on deck here to help overcome the greatness that is Draymond Green down low. Jaylen Brown, 24 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 53% from the field on only 15 shots. Why did Marcus Smart take 22 shots and Jaylen Brown only 15? I will never know. But Jaylen Brown needs to be a little bit more consistent from 3. Only shot 1 of 5 from the 3 last night. But other than that, Jaylen Brown doing his best number 2 impression, and he played very well last night. Marcus Smart, 24 points. 5 assists, 9 rebounds. Now, I don't mind Marcus Smart taking shots. I don't mind it. But I don't want this man taking 10 threes. And once again, the final 4.5 minutes, I don't want that to be the Marcus Smart show. He's a great facilitator, great defender, and he's a great scorer when kind of, he's not the main option. He tried to be the main option last night. Took the most shots by the Celtics, 22 shots. Why is that? I don't want to see that ever again. So Marcus Smart just reining it in a tad, and we're all good. Off the bench, Derek White, 8 points in 18 minutes. Grant Williams, 11 points, 6 rebounds in 29 minutes off the bench. Solid defense by Grant Williams. Solid defense by the bench. Shout out to Ima Udoka for finally closing out a game here, right? Because the Celtics have beefed 3 big games in this playoff run. And I don't want to see any more beefing by the Warriors. Another kind of reason number 3 why the Celtics may not, win the finals is because they beef games. We've seen them beef games. Big leads, 10-plus point leads, and then they can't close out, late in the fourth quarter, and we almost saw it again last night. So they have to rein all this in if they want to beat the Warriors because they're tried, they're true, they're experienced, they've been here before, and the inexperience by the Celtics just may be their downfall. I hope not, though. And then for the Heat last night, Jimmy Butler, 35 points, 9 rebounds, really solid play by Jimmy Butler. He was aggressive, he was dominant, he was everything I wanted Jason Tatum to be last night. Unfortunately, Jimmy Butler couldn't hit the clutch shot. It's unfortunate. But Jimmy Butler, 54% on 24 shots, solid, 1 of 4 from the 3. That's good for Jimmy Butler. That's a good night for Jimmy Butler, stats-wise. But not hitting that big 3, that's legacy-defining. And unfortunately, Jimmy Butler not getting back to the finals. Bam Adebayo, aggressive last night. 25 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. What everybody wants Bam Adebayo to be. Kyle Lowry, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Only 1 of 6 from the 3, not the greatest. And then Max Strus, 8 points, only 2 of 7 from the 3. He needed to be a little bit better. Max Strus is their best 3-point shooter. Max Strus at the 2. Remember, Duncan Robinson was the 2 in the beginning of the year for most of the year. But what did we tell y'all, folks? What did we tell y'all? Don't fall in love with Duncan Robinson. He's not that guy. Remember all the stats of Duncan Robinson kind of, being a better three-point shooter than Steph Curry like early on in his career, and we're like, what the heck is that? None of those threes were as impactful as Steph Curry's threes, but everybody wanted to use stats to say that Duncan Robinson was a better three-point shooter. And now the man's not even playing in a Game 7. Duncan Robinson did not play last night. Tyler Hero did play last night. Hobbled Tyler Hero played last night, only 6 minutes. After the first half, they're like, yeah, you're not playing anymore. The man was not having any sort of production last night. So Duncan Robinson not even playing last night. You go from starting, you go from everybody kind of, on you because you're great stats, and then you don't even play in Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. We always knew this, folks. This is nothing new to us. So Max Strus needed to be a little bit better last night. He hit a big-time three, but that's all he really did last night, that one big-time three. So it all just didn't come together for the Heat last night. Celtics get the big time win, 100-96, and the Celtics are representing the East in the NBA Finals, folks. I'm all here for it. Should be a great series. And once again, I'm just not ready to make my official prediction just quite yet, but no worries, we still have time. So, Jason Tatum, superstar, getting all the respect and love that he truly should be deserving right now. And hopefully everybody in the national media starts to kind of shape up a little bit on the JT talk. And if this man wins a ring, holy moly, a lot of words are going to be eaten, on the national media. And absolutely, I will be there for it all. So, Celtics get the win, 100-96. All right, that is all the NBA we had to go over for today. I'm not ready to look at the line yet. Not ready to look at that just quite yet. I don't want Vegas influencing my decision at all at the current moment. I'm still in my phase, my thinking phase. So once I'm ready to talk about the spread, we'll talk about it, but I'm not ready to look at it. I don't want to know about it, and we will look at that a little bit later before Thursday's big game 1 of the NBA Finals. So let's transition to the NFL, folks, shall we? Because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I know I missed some things, but let's start kind of a little fresh today, and let's move forward proceeding here at Takes by Fans. So what do we have on deck in the NFL? Let's start here with the Bears and Justin Fields. Now, I have big concerns about the Bears, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Justin Fields. My concerns with the Bears come from y'all already know this, but let me reiterate because we've had a month off. Here we go. Let's go back to our notes, and this is why we have our notes. This is why we have our slides, everything on the record, folks. So let's go back to our notes of, do you got the right guy for 2022? When all the new head coaches were getting hired on the new teams, we broke it all down. Did we like it? Did we not like it? Right guy, right choice, wrong choice? Got the right guy for 2022? And what do we say about the Bears, folks? Bears, they got head coach Matt Eberflus. He's a defensive guy. Wrong choice. He's on record of saying the fatal words that we never want to hear anybody say now in today's NFL. We're done with this. This is boomer thinking. We're moving on. We don't need 20-year rebuilds. What did Matt Eberflus say the first time he heads to the podium? Quote, "We're building a foundation." Ugh. Building a foundation? Stop it. What are y'all talking about, building a foundation? Yeah, Matt Nagy had a plan. Matt Eberflus is building a foundation. 10-year rebuilds. Can we stop it? Bengals turned it around in 2 years. That's what you get now. You get 2 years. You can't get it done in 2 years, we're moving on. Can't get it done in 2 years, we move on again. Can't get it done in 2 years, we move on again. I'm done with the 10-year rebuilds, folks. They don't work. Matt Rule is trying to do a 10-year rebuild in Carolina, and it's not working, folks. Matt Rule is not him. Move off of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of Sam Darnold, please. Please, for the love of goodness, get rid of Sam Darnold, please. Get him out of the league. He's the worst quarterback in the NFL right now. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Matt Rule and Sam Darnold both need to be exiled from the league. They're not the guy. And the Bears having Matt Eberflus, defensive guy, building a foundation? The Bears are not going to work out, folks. And on top of that, Who did they just get rid of this season? Allen Robinson? What? You got rid of your best player? Your best receiver? Now you only have one good option, Darnell Mooney, who's very, very good. I'm high on Darnell Mooney. He's great. But that's all they have now? So we have a defensive-minded head coach with no wide receivers on a quarterback, a young quarterback, kind of with no support with him from year one or year two. So we have an underdeveloped Justin Fields because Matt Nagy held him back. We have a defensive-minded head coach, and we have no weapons. Is that a recipe for success? What just won the ring last year? The Rams, great head coach, great offensive weapons, and a developed quarterback. Do you see the opposites there? Which team are you taking right now, the Rams or the Bears? Of course, the Rams. They're offensive-minded. They've got a nice, proven, winnable, developed quarterback in Matthew Stafford. Shout out to Matthew Stafford, finally on a good team and wins a ring year one. Matthew Stafford needs more respect in the quarterback discussion, folks, yes? And they've got the right guy. Oh man, he's got the right the right guy. I can't remember his name. Sean McVay, great guy, offensive guy, great leader, great mentor. The man just he checks every single box of what you need leadership wise, head coach wise in the NFL. He checks every single box. And newsflash, they just won the ring. Okay, he's got to 2 Super Bowls already early on in his career. All right, but let's go defensive minded, right? Let's go opposite of the Rams. Let's go opposite of Sean McVay. That will show them. That will win the ring. That will get it done. Yeah, okay. So that's why I can't believe in the Bears this season. But Justin Fields is here to set the record straight. And Justin Fields got some confidence, so I guess I can't. And I'm not knocking Justin Fields. I'm knocking literally the entire Bears organization besides Justin Fields. I believe in Justin Fields. I think he's really solid. I think he can work in this league. I think he can win in this league. I think he can potentially be, I don't know if I can go top 10, but I can definitely see maybe potentially top 15 quarterback in the NFL, potentially getting to the Super Bowl. I can see this happening if he has the right pieces around him, and as of right now, they don't have any of the right pieces around him at all. So, Justin Fields, showing his confidence here and showing why everything that we just said is nonsense and not to believe. So let's see what this man is saying, and let's see if he can change our mind a little bit, folks. Let's see. Here we go, the lead up, the clickbait tweet. Bears quarterback Justin Fields on Chicago's wide receiver core says, quote, "Just because we don't have a big name guy doesn't mean those guys aren't talented. I have plenty of confidence in myself and my teammates that we're going to get the job done." So I love this by Justin Fields. Confident? Hey, I don't care about all that outside noise. We don't have a big name? I don't care if we don't have a big name. I know what these players are. Who cares about a big name when you still get great production? And these guys are great. That's what Justin Fields is saying, and I love that about it. And that's why I think Justin Fields can succeed in the league. The confidence factor. Saying the right things even though the entire deck is stacked against him, even though that Matt Nagy, even though he only had 1 year with Justin Fields, already ruined him. Justin Fields is trying to put all of that behind him, and for that I love Justin Fields even more. But we still need all the pieces to fit into place as well. But let's go into this article and read these quotes by Justin Fields to see if we can buy him even more. And once again, see if maybe what we're saying is not right and why Justin Fields is right. So here we go. Let's start here. There are naysayers who believe the Chicago Bears are failing to do just that with second-year quarterback Justin Fields. After losing wide receiver Allen Robinson to the Los Angeles Rams and seeing a number of speedy wideouts like Jakeem Grant and Marquise Goodwin depart in free agency, Chicago restocks its wide receiver cupboard with established but unflashy players, names like Tajay Sharp, Brian Pringle, and Equanimous St. Brown, St. Brown's brother. If you ask Fields, however, the teammates he sees on the roster and in practice are more than enough to reach the Bears' objective this season. Justin Fields says, quote, "We don't have an Odell Beckham Jr. or a Cooper Kupp on our team, but at the end of the day, I think if everybody is on their P's and Q's," oh, I love that, and we're on top of everything and not making mistakes, the players we have right now are good enough. Oh, good enough? That's what we're striving for, just good enough? How about great enough? I want to hear great enough, Justin Fields, all right? Quote, The front office thinks that too. The fans outside the facility, they don't know what's going on at practice. Truly that, I'm not at practice. Just because we don't have a big name guy doesn't mean those guys aren't talented. I have plenty of confidence in myself and my teammates that we're going to get the job done. Really like that quote by Justin Fields, setting the record straight. I'm not here about the outside noise. Y'all don't even know what's going on inside here, so don't even come at me with that outside noise. I love that. That's exactly how you handle it. That's exactly how you handle it, Justin Fields. Well done, kid. I love it. What else do we got here? Next lead up. Here we go. Meanwhile, the Bears' 2020 fifth-rounder Darnell Mooney, who's so gosh dang good, doubled down on a rookie season that sizzled with potential by posting 1,055 yards receiving and cementing himself as Chicago's go-to aerial option. Absolutely. Justin Fields says, quote, how hard he works? He's already talented. He's fast, and he's got great hands. On top of that, he works harder than anybody I know other than myself. Hey, nobody works harder than Justin Fields, all right? All right, I'm giving praise to everybody, but I'm not going to be, saying everybody outworks me. I'm the guy. I'm the hardest working here, but Darnell Mooney, he's a close second. A couple of nights ago, we were in the facility until 12:30 a.m. going through plays and walking through plays for the next day at practice. Love that. Staying late, getting that repertoire, getting that chemistry worked out 100%. Who do we say is not getting the chemistry worked on? The Dallas Cowboys, and we're talking about them a little bit later today, but I love this. Justin Fields, Darnell Mooney, building their chemistry even more. That's exactly what I want to see early on in OTAs, early on in training camp, early on in kind of the preseason mode, off-season mode, late in the off-season, however you want to classify it. Love this by Justin Fields, but once again, we were never not liking Justin Fields. We need more than this, but let's see if he can kind of bring it all home in the final quote. Here we go, final lead up. Mooney has gained Fields' trust and laid the blueprint for the Bears wideout succeeding under a certain degree of anonymity to the casual fan. And how lame is that? Casual fan, anonymity. Like, if you know the game, you know the game. Casual fans, why are we catering to casual fans? You know what I mean? Obviously, we need casual fans and all that, but I'm supposed to be catering down to the casual fans? I don't know. The casual fans say Tua can't play. What are we talking about? Tua can't throw the ball. What are we talking about here? Back to this, though. It's something Chicago's free agent additions will look to replicate, and it's a level of success that rookie wide receiver Velus Jones should strive for as he gains his footing in the NFL. The early returns have already been positive for Jones, who Fields made a point of praising. Ooh, Justin Fields praising rookies already. Love it. He says, quote, at rookie minicamp, there was one play that stood out to me. He had a 10-yard dig route in and caught it and hit the second gear kick for a touchdown. I think he caught it at 10 yards and took it 60. So he's a great run after the catch guy. He's going to pick up a lot of yards and is physical. He's almost like a running back at receiver. Having him on the outside and putting the ball in his hands and letting him work will be great. And I love that right there. The final quote, having him on the outside and putting the ball in his hands and letting him work. Justin Fields, perfect ball placement, great accuracy, getting the ball to Velus Jones and letting him work, folks. Let this man work by putting the ball right exactly where it needs to be so he can turn up field and do his thing, turn on that second gear and go 60 yards for the score. Love that by Justin Fields. Smart quarterback that gets it already. We love Justin Fields, but once again, it's everything else. Is the defensive-minded head coach Matt Eberflus going to hold the offense back? We see it all the time. It's no surprise to us. Hopefully this can be one of the exceptions to the rules because Justin Fields truly deserves better than what he's been given his first 2 years. So, Justin Fields saying all the right things, and I'm loving every second of it, folks. Loving every second of it. Now, unfortunately, Vegas agrees with us. Vegas agrees with us and doesn't agree with Justin Fields because we got this right here. Las Vegas's predictions on the NFL teams with the worst records for 2022. And unfortunately for the Bears, they're tied for the worst record according to Vegas. Vegas predicts the Bears to go 3-14. That's unfortunate. That's not good enough. That's not even good. That's not even that's really bad, 3-14. So Vegas on our side a little bit, but once again, Justin Fields saying Vegas is on the outside. Vegas has no idea what's going on inside this room right here, all these practices, so the 3-14 record does not faze Justin Fields at all, and I hope he keeps up that energy, and I hope he proves Vegas wrong. I hope he proves me wrong, but me and Vegas just don't see it happening. I hope so. We just don't see it happening, unfortunately. Alrighty, here we go. Let's keep moving on here. Going to the Falcons, and I love this because every time that we've heard from Marcus Mariota, it's been a little bit too humble for my liking. And, be humble, that's fine. I don't care. But I still want you to kind of be that man. I want you to be that dog. I want you to have a little bark in your bite. And we haven't really gotten that by Marcus Mariota until now. Until right now. And hopefully this isn't just a clickbait quote and, Marcus Mariota's walking it all back in the article. But this is what we get right here on the clickbait Twitter post. Falcons quarterback Marcus Mariota on opportunity to start in Atlanta says, quote, "I'm kind of hungry to get back on the field again." Yes, there we go. I'm hungry to get back out of the field. Usually when we hear about Marcus Mariota, he's, I want another opportunity. I think I can get it done. I'm here to play. Just to be the backup, that's fine. If I can be the starter, that's fine too. But I want him to be that dog. I want him to have that bite. Him saying, "I'm hungry to get back on the field again." Yeah. Hungry dog, woofing, wagging his tail, looking for his next meal. I'm all about it. So Marcus Mariota, hungry to get back out on the field. So let's go into this article, read his quotes to truly see, is he going to be that dog that we really want him to be? I don't want him to be too buddy-buddy with Desmond Ridder, their rookie quarterback. I want him to kind of take the Ryan Tannehill route a little bit. Hey, I'm not here to be, 100% a mentor. I'll mentor a little bit. He can learn from being behind me. That's fine. But I'm not going to be like, "Hey, this is what you have to do to take my job. Hey, oh, so good to have you here. Oh, you want my job? You want to start for this team? Here you go. Okay. Have it. You go ahead and start. Go ahead. You got it." No. I want you to be like, "Hey, if you want to take my job, then beat me. If you want to take my job, then go win a game. Until then, get behind me, learn from me, and we can all move together as a team." But I'm not going to hand over my job to you. That's nonsense. I'm not handing over my job to anybody, folks. Not at all. You want my job, then come get me. You want my job, then come take it from me. You want my job, then come be better than me. And if you're better than me, then that's fine. Then you take my job. But I'm not going to be like, "Okay, yeah, you come in. Anybody want to host Takes by Fans? All right, you come in. Take the seat. You want to talk sports? Take the seat. Come on, take the... No. I'm here for it. I'm here, baby. I'm here for the long haul. I'm not going anywhere. Yes? So here we go. What are we getting by Marcus Mariota? Here we go. First, lead up to the quote. Marcus Mariota spent enough time on the bench to learn he'd like to again become a starting quarterback in the NFL. He found such an opportunity in Atlanta where Mariota signed to take over for the since traded Matt Ryan. Mariota will play under the direction of a familiar face, Coach Arthur Smith, who I'm not the biggest fan of. And the lessons learned in the last few years haven't been lost on him as he begins his time with the Falcons. Says, quote, "For me personally, the last couple of years was a learning opportunity." Love that. Previously, when I was at Tennessee, I had an opportunity to play. I was a starter. Being around that and then going and learning for a couple of years, I'm kind of hungry to get back on the field again. Yes, love it. Ryan Tannehill came in, stole this man's job. He's learned. He's sat on the sideline. He's learned. He hasn't complained. And now the man is hungry again to be a starter in this league. And I want this man to have every single opportunity to do so. I was just watching NFL Network reran Cowboys Raiders Thanksgiving Day game, and Marcus Mariota scored a rushing touchdown in the red zone. I loved seeing that, folks. I was like, yes, this man can truly do it. I hope he gets the full opportunity to prove so. So hopefully we get to see a lot more Marcus Mariota this season. Here we go. Next lead up. He didn't flinch, sticking to what he'd said ahead of the draft. Should Atlanta select a quarterback, Mariota said, quote, "Give as much advice and knowledge as I can." Now, the actual quote says, quote, Absolutely. I kind of always view that relationship in the quarterback room as important and special. I've always felt that a good quarterback room can allow everybody to be better and allow everybody to grow. At the end of the day, if they've got questions or if I've got questions, they're a great set of eyes for me as well. All right, so he wants to kind of be a little bit of that mentor. He wants to kind of have a little bit of that, hey, if I'm eating, we're all eating here. The team eats, I eat, the team eats, we all eat, we win. I don't mind that. I just do want Marcus Mariota to be a little bit more doggish out there, a little bit more bark in his bite. Yes, you can mentor and all that, but don't just kind of say, hey, take my job. I don't want to see that by Marcus Mariota. Go out and get the job. Go out and earn the job. Prove it. Show that you want to be that guy. Don't just show, hey, I'm here for anything. Whatever you need, coach. I don't really want that. It's me, coach. It's me. And it's me until you want to see otherwise. It's we, but it's also a little bit of me. I want to be that guy. And I hope Mariota kind of shows that a little bit more here. Here we go. Final quote, final lead up. Here we go. He hopes the wisdom Mariota gained during his difficult conclusion with Tennessee and time spent as Derek Carr's backup in Las Vegas will propel Mariota to a new opportunity. Now, this is Arthur Smith. Final quote. Here we go. Says, quote, everybody, you get another shot at something, and there are lessons learned, and there are hard lessons. You take something the right way, and you're more appreciative of the opportunity. It's been fun being around him again, not just as a player, but as a person. And wow, oh wow, what a quote right there. You take something the right way, and you're more appreciative of the opportunity. And that's exactly what Marcus Mariota is right now. So appreciative of the opportunity. And maybe that's why Ryan Tannehill isn't kind of all buddy-buddy with Malik Willis on the Titans and doesn't want to be that mentor, because Ryan Tannehill's never kind of had his job stolen from him. He went from the Dolphins to the Titans and instantly kind of became the starter. He never had his job stolen. So maybe that plays a huge role into, hey, I'm a mentor, I'm not a mentor, I want to be a mentor, I don't want to be a mentor, I'm okay with being a mentor. Mariota had his job snatched from him. Mariota was that man in Tennessee. He was supposed to be that guy. He was supposed to be the face of the franchise, and it just didn't pan out well. Unfortunate. So, I guess I'm being a little bit too hard on Mariota right here because of this final quote by Arthur Smith. So, I'm all good on Mariota. You're good. You don't need maybe a little bit, a tad more, touch more, a little bit more bark in your bite, but not as much as I was kind of wanting heading into this article. So, I'm all good on Mariota. I'm still all right on Arthur Smith a little bit. I don't love him. He's all right. We'll see how he does here too. But overall, you take something the right way, and you're more appreciative of the opportunity. I love that, absolutely. So, Mariota, we're all good. Maybe a little bit more bark in your bite, but other than that, we're all ready to roll on Mariota and this Falcons team. I want to see Mariota get one more full year. I don't want 7 weeks of Mariota and then go to Desmond Ridder. I want a full year Mariota to truly see, is he a starter in this league or not? Final opportunity, no more second chances, too late in his career for all of that, but one more final opportunity here with Arthur Smith and the Falcons to be that guy, turn around this franchise. I hope he gets that full 17-week opportunity and maybe a little bit more extra. 18 weeks, wild card round 1, divisional, conference final, Super Bowl. Maybe go a little bit more than 17 weeks, yes? But you got to get a little bit more bark in your bite if we're talking about a Super Bowl run right off the rip for Marcus Mariota, but I'm all about it. All right, here we go. Loving that. Love that. Here we go. Next up, and now let's talk about the Cowboys. Let's talk about this team because it's just so not good, folks. I'm telling y'all, I've got no faith in this Cowboys team at all. We are on the record saying 3, 4, 5 wins max. Max 5 wins for the Cowboys this season, and it's because of garbage like this. Yeah, are y'all ready for this? Panthers free agent quarterback Cam Newton could be an option for the Cowboys, according to analysts at NBC Sports. The Cowboys going with Cam Newton? Why? Stop it. Obviously, Cam's not replacing Dak. If they have Cam Newton, he's going to be kind of in the red zone opportunity. But once again, using two quarterbacks, it never works. It sounds great in theory, but the Saints couldn't make it work with Drew Brees, Sean Payton, and Taysom Hill. So nobody's going to be able to make it work. They tried and tried and tried so many times to make Taysom Hill work, and it just never did. Because having two quarterbacks playing interchangeably in a game, it does not work. It's not cohesive in football. Football's all about cohesiveness and buying in and having you go quarterback. All right, now you two plays, you three plays. All right, you 20s through the 20s. All right, you in the red zone. It never works, folks. We've seen it tried multiple times, and it's never, ever worked. Maybe it works a game. Maybe it works a 3-game stretch, but it's not winning a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford, single quarterback, wins a Super Bowl. Tom Brady, single quarterback, wins a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, single quarterback, wins a Super Bowl. We don't get freaking Cam Newton and Dak Prescott winning a Super Bowl. It's not happening, folks. So, of course, the Cowboys would have a stupid decision like bringing in Brian Schottenheimer to oversee the offense and defense. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Too many, not good cooks. Why get all these garbage cooks? Get a 5-star Michelin star chef. How about that? Get one great chef, not garbage cooks. Yes? And that's what the Cowboys are doing right now. They've got a lot of garbage cooks. Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, come at me. I know, everybody loves Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore should have been a head coach. No, he shouldn't. Kellen Moore is not a good offensive mind. He's an okay offensive mind, nothing special. I would say bottom 20, bottom 25, maybe even bottom 30 offensive coordinator in the league. I'm done with Kellen Moore. And then you bring in Brian Schottenheimer to oversee everything, who ruined Russell Wilson and forced him out of Seattle. That Brian Schottenheimer, too many garbage cooks in this kitchen. And now you want to bring in Cam Newton to ruin the offense even more. What are we doing, Cowboys? What the heck are we doing? Eagles win this division hands down. Cowboys aren't competitive this year at all. And another reason why we're not big on the Cowboys this season is because we don't really think CeeDee Lamb can be the number one. Another one, I get it. Y'all can say, oh, you're saying stupid stuff now. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. That's fine. Y'all can say that. Time is on my side every single time. I don't care. Time's my biggest weakness and my biggest greatness. Time's my biggest weakness because I'm saying this right now and we still have 4 months before the start of the regular season. Time's my biggest advantage because it's eventually all gonna come true. We know this, folks. I'm here for 2 years. That's why I keep doing it, and that's why I got a job, okay? But here we go. I don't think CeeDee Lamb is ready to be the number one. And once again, we saw this last season. The chemistry between Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb is just not there. I saw it all last season, or I should say I didn't see it all last season. It was always Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper. They were always on the same page. Always. There was multiple times when the play broke down and Dak Prescott was trying to find CeeDee Lamb and it just never connected. Whether it was Dak on the wrong page or CeeDee Lamb on the wrong page, it never connected and it went for multiple incomplete passes when CeeDee Lamb was wide open. CeeDee Lamb turning inside instead of turning outside. Not getting kind of that eye contact with Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb kind of cutting the route a little bit short when there's wide open field ahead of him and he could have kept going. That's what Dak Prescott sees, and that's why it was a little bit of an overthrow. But we saw it too many times last season. I pointed it out. Folks, we do a film study, Wednesday film study, for a reason, so we can show all of this during the regular NFL season. And we brought up multiple examples, multiple opportunities of CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott not being on the same page. Now, they can work on it, absolutely. They can get it done in this kind of OTAs and training camps and get ready for the season, absolutely. But once again, with all this garbage coaching nonsense going on, is it gonna work? I don't know. I don't think it will. And if it does work, I'll be happy to admit, hey, it's working, but I can't see it happening week one. But CeeDee Lamb is confident in himself, so overall I give him a little credit for this. The clickbait tweet that we're going to get into in the article, Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb on stepping into the number one role says, quote, "I've been ready." So love the confidence, love the enthusiasm, but we still need that on the field production. Words are great. I don't mind words. Talk your talk, say your words, absolutely, but at some point, words need to be backed up. They don't need to be backed up immediately, but they do need to be backed up in some form at some point, and so far, these words have not been pre-backed up. Maybe they're backed up in the future, but not right now. Let's see what let's see what CeeDee Lamb is saying about being the number one receiver. Here we go. Here we go. There were rumblings ahead of the 2021 season that CeeDee Lamb would take the reins as Dallas' number one wide receiver. Ahead of the 2022 campaign, there's no question about it. With Amari Cooper gone, Lamb is anointed number one, and he's elated at the proposition. Says, quote, "It's been a dream that I've always wanted to live, and now I'm actually living it. I feel like it's my opportunity to fulfill it. So I'm looking for it. I'm looking at it as an opportunity." All right, solid. It's an opportunity that the 23-year-old is ready for. Is it an opportunity that the 23-year-old is ready for? Question mark. He says, quote, "I've been ready. That's just me and my competitiveness. That's in my nature. It's kind of how we grew up playing football. I'm always ready for my name to be called." And that's all good and well. But why weren't you a little bit more ready last season? You know what I mean? I'm all about him being, saying, hey, that's just me and my competitiveness. I love competitiveness, folks. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Can't really teach competitiveness. If you got it, you got it. And CeeDee Lamb is saying, hey, I got it. I got that competitiveness. I've got that dog in me. But why didn't we see it a little bit more last year when you were only the number two and you had a little bit more freedom on the field because you weren't, double teamed and locked up by the number one corner and all that, for the majority of the season? So, words are great. I don't mind them, but we have to see the words being backed up at some point. So come on, CeeDee Lamb, you got to back it up a little bit sooner. All right, here we go. And let's see what this dude is saying. Here we go. Next quote's by Mike McCarthy. Let's see what this man is saying about CeeDee Lamb. But here we go. First, next lead up. Here we go. Probably last lead up. We'll end this article right here on this great Mike McCarthy quote. Let's see if this man can win us over a little bit. Here we go. With Cooper traded to the Cleveland Browns, Lamb gets the tag as the number one wide receiver in the Dak Prescott-led offense. In addition to losing Cooper, the team also parted ways with Cedric Wilson, who signed with the Miami Dolphins. Thus, Lamb and the returning Michael Gallup should see an increase in targets and opportunities. And also, remember, folks, Simi Fehoko, remember the name, should be a big name for the Cowboys this year. I am banking on it. So here we go. Mike McCarthy says, quote, "This is a great opportunity for him personally. I think just the way we've established the offense, particularly in the passing game, the ability for those guys to play different positions, to create matchups and make it harder on the defense to double you and those types of things. My point is, playing in the slot a lot last year and now playing the flanker position where Cooper played, and we understand his rise in year 3, that he's going to get a lot more attention from the defense, but he's doing all the little things that are needed to get him ready to be the number one guy." So, all right, yeah, real great word soup, Mike McCarthy. What did we learn from that? Absolutely nothing. Word soup, talk around, and even Mike McCarthy didn't even know what the heck he was saying. He says right here, word, long nonsense sentence, and then he finishes up with, "My point is," oh, if you couldn't catch my point in this word soup because I was just rambling nonsense, general nonsense, my point is playing the slot last year and now playing the flanker position where Cooper played. What are you saying? And then it broke up. That's why I was kind of not on point on this quote, because it just didn't make sense. What is the end of the sentence? My point is playing in the slot a lot last year and now playing the flanker position? That's your point? What does that even mean? My point is, this is it, folks. This is how we ended the sentence, and then we have a new paragraph for a new quote. My point is playing in the slot a lot last year and now playing the flanker position. What? That's the sentence? What does that mean? What's the point? I still don't even know what the point is. You said my point is, and we still don't even know what your point is. What? This is what I'm saying. Mike McCarthy's not that guy. Too many garbage cooks in a kitchen. Get a Michelin star chef. Mike McCarthy is a McDonald's worker. Not Gordon Ramsay, restaurateur, Michelin star chef, multiple Fox shows, Next Level Kitchen. You've seen that show? It's pretty gosh dang good. Master Chef, it's pretty gosh dang good. And obviously, we can't forget Hell's Kitchen. Brilliant. That's brilliant cooking television. Brilliant cooking, competitive reality television. That's what that is. The man is smart, not Mike McCarthy, okay? Shout out Gordon Ramsay. So, Mike McCarthy is just awful. We know this. So, that's why we have no faith in the Cowboys. Word Soup Man says, my point is this, and we still don't even know the point. So, all right. CeeDee Lamb, I hope he can be the number one. I'm not praying on this man's downfall. I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. I just don't know if he's ready to be a number one in this offensive system in Dallas that is held back by incompetent, I'm going to say these words, incompetent coaches. Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, Brian Schottenheimer. Yeah, good luck winning with that cast of stooges. And I think they had Freddie Kitchens. Do they still have, is Freddie Kitchens still on this? Folks, if they still have Freddie Kitchens here, they should have fired him after they hired him. They should have been like, oh, hey, what? After kind of, setting up the paperwork and setting up direct deposit, they're like, all right, who's next? Fredward Kitchens? No. I'm not setting up this man's direct deposit. Fire this dude. Who hired this man? Freddie Kitchens? Fredward Kitchens? Talk about Michelin star chefs. Freddie Kitchens? No. Everybody wants to be Michelin star chefs here in Dallas, and they're all McDonald's workers. Freddie Kitchens? Yeah, get that man in the kitchen. I think he flounders as well. Is Freddie Kitchens? Oh my God, don't tell me this man is still on this Cowboys team, folks. Don't tell me this. Let me look this up quickly. Here we go. Fredward Kitchens, where the heck are you coaching right now? Okay, he was still with the Giants. Didn't he go to the Cowboys? Am I bugging? Is he still on the Cowboys? Is he still on the Giants? I apologize, folks. Is he still on the Giants? Oh boy. Is he even in the league? Oh, I think it was just brought in. Hey, let me see this. He was definitely doing something with the Cowboys. What do we got here? I think it was just brought in for like an assistant or something. He was brought in a couple of days, something along those lines. South Carolina. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God. South Carolina. The man went down to college. South Carolina hires Freddie Kitchens. Oh, great. Yeah. Kitchens also spent times with the Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. It was just like an advisory role for something this season. Yeah, that worked out real well, didn't it? Too many garbage cooks in the kitchen. Absolute garbage. Absolute nonsense. I'm glad he's not there anymore, but still the point is that the Cowboys still had him for a small period of time. Stop it. Jeez Louise. Alrighty, what else do we got here? Let's end it right here. Yeah, I want to end it right here. Yeah, right here. Let's end it right here, folks. Great first show back. But I got to make sure, I don't want to go too long today, just because I want to make sure there's audio here and all the settings were right. I mean, once again, we were gone for a month, so hopefully I'm not just speaking into the void and it doesn't get recorded or anything like that. So we'll end it here a little bit earlier than what we normally do here, but still solid. I mean, what are we, like an hour 20 so far? Solid. But let's end it right here. And I hope Baker's listening. I know Baker listens to the show a little bit. I know a lot of athletes do, but we digress. But Baker, please heed my warning right here, because we get this and they're doing him dirty. This team is doing this man so dirty, and I hate it, but it's unfortunate. But here we go. The Cleveland Browns will not be cutting quarterback Baker Mayfield, according to Mary Kay Cabot. So this is not good, because the first slight by the Browns was calling Baker Mayfield a non-adult, basically saying, hey, he's not mature enough to be a quarterback. He's a child. He's a non-adult. That's kind of what they said about him, and that's really the downfall of Baker Mayfield. That's when he took a back seat in Cleveland. They got Deshaun Watson, and that's why no other team has taken on Baker Mayfield, because of the money a little bit. Money, the contract has something to do with it, but once again, it's not that horrible of a deal. It's still an all right deal. It's like $18 million, I think. It's like, okay, the teams would pay a starting quarterback that money. But The biggest factor is that this Browns called this man a non-adult. And now Baker Mayfield is going to have to sit on the bench. And we know Baker Mayfield doesn't want to sit on the bench. This man wants to be the starter. He's got kind of that bark in his bite. I'm not here to be a mentor. I'm not here to play backup. I'm not here to do any of that. And that's what the Browns are kind of using Baker Mayfield as. Hey, we've got Deshaun Watson, who is a top 3 quarterback in the league, hands down. We'll talk about that a little bit more in depth tomorrow. I got a lot of pushback on it. I said that on Whatnot when I was breaking, and everybody thought I killed somebody when I said it. I was like, this is not breaking news, folks. I can show y'all this man being absolutely fantastic. Top 3 quarterbacks just quickly in no particular order: Tom Brady, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen. I mean, that's the top 3 right there. So we'll get into that more a little bit tomorrow. But Baker Mayfield's like, hey, I'm not here to play backup. Deshaun Watson's the starting quarterback, hands down. He's way better than Baker Mayfield. No debate on that. But I don't want Baker Mayfield to go off the rails. I want Baker Mayfield to get one more opportunity. I don't believe 100% in Baker Mayfield. I don't really believe in him 50%. I'm on the record, and I'll say it again, but Baker Mayfield is one of the unclutchest quarterbacks in the NFL at this current moment. But I do believe he deserves one more chance. One final chance. He's shown some glimpses of solidness, some glimpses of goodness that I think could be built upon to be a solid starter in this league, to win games decently, consistently, and this Browns team is just not working, obviously. So, Baker Mayfield, do not blow up here, please. Please do not blow up here. Do not kind of make a stink to get out of the Browns, because once again, that will play into the narrative of you being a non-adult. You have to sit back, and I know it's hard, and I know it's so hard, and I would even have trouble doing this, but you have to just sit back a little bit, bite your tongue. Yes, sir. Shake your head, nod your head, and you're not being a yes man, and you're not being kind of, passive or a beta or anything like that. You're just playing the game. Play the game, folks. Can we all start playing the game a little bit? Fake it till you make it. Play the game. Play the game, folks. The world game. We all know what game I'm talking about. Play the game. Do what you have to do. Say what you have to say. Believe it, don't believe it, but just do what you have to do. Play the game, folks. All right? Can we all start playing the game? Recognizing that there is a game to be played first of all, and start playing the game, because that's what everybody else is doing, playing the game. You think billionaires are not playing the game, folks? Come on, let's not be too naive. Play the game of life. Whatever opportunity you're in, play the game, folks. I've been playing the game, and it's kind of been working out for me. I'm playing the game, all right? Baker Mayfield, play the game. Play the game. All right, I'm not the guy anymore. I'm a non-adult. I'm not going to be the starter. Okay, you're going to keep me too? All right. Okay, y'all want me to play? Y'all want me to? Y'all want me to go manic here? Play the game, Baker. Do not feed into their narrative, because if you do, then the other teams are going to be like, wow, they were right. I'm not going to bring that man in, not even for a tryout, because they were right. I saw it. They said non-adult. Baker Mayfield was going to kind of take a back seat, be the second string. He blew up. He was vocal in the media, saying some not great things. And we don't really want that in our locker room. We don't want that non-adult in our locker room. This is where you have to hold your tongue, Baker Mayfield. Please, please just hold your tongue. Take a back seat. And I know it's going to be hard, and I know it sucks, but you have to play the game. All right, I'm not going to start. Y'all are going to keep me here. Y'all aren't going to cut me and let me kind of go find another job. All right. Y'all want to wait till Deshaun Watson's not suspended before y'all make a decision? All right, whatever. I'm not gonna show up to OTAs. I don't mind it. I guess I don't mind Baker Mayfield not showing up to OTAs. I get it. I think he should have, to play the game a little bit, but I don't think that's, that's not big. I'm not gonna knock Baker Mayfield for not showing up to OTAs here, but you show up to training camps. You bite your tongue, you do your thing, you sit back, yes, sir. And I know it's going to be hard to say yes, sir. Maybe don't even say the sir. Just say yes, yes, Stefanski. No, don't even say no. Just yes, be a yes man. And I know it sucks, but you have to play the game, Baker. And I know Baker Mayfield's not kind of playing the game mentality. I mean, we've seen already Baker Mayfield for 4 years. He's never played the game. He's always not playing the game. But this is where you have to play the game. I'm telling you, Baker, please heed my warning. warning. Bite your tongue. Take a step back. Be the backup. Sit on the bench. Yes. Don't even say yes, sir. Yes, Kevin Stefanski. Okay, Kevin Stefanski. Whatever you say, Kevin Stefanski. Because once this year ends and you got the chance next year when it doesn't work out for Drew Lock in Seattle and it doesn't work out for... I don't know. I don't want to say Marcus Mariota because I hope it works out, but it doesn't work out for Marcus Mariota, and maybe Desmond Ridder isn't the guy in Atlanta, and they need Baker Mayfield, or Jared Goff doesn't work out in Detroit, and they need Baker Mayfield, or another team, another surprise team. You know, we get 8 teams every year that, you know, swaps quarterbacks, whatever it is. Be available for one of those 8 teams next year, but the only way you do it is by playing the game, showing that you are an adult, holding your tongue for just a couple of weeks. And I know it's going to be tough, but you must do it, Baker. Please, I'm begging you. Like I said, I'm not the biggest believer in Baker Mayfield. He's the unclutched quarterback in the league, but I think he deserves one more chance. Fresh scenery, new team, new system. Give him one final chance, but he doesn't get that final chance unless he plays the game. If he has outbursts in the national media, well, you know, they don't want me here. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be a mentor. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Don't do that. I'm just here so I don't get fined. It worked for Marshawn Lynch because that's his guy. That's him playing the game. Baker Mayfield, that's not you playing the game. So, you know, just kind of be like, yeah, you know, I'm here for the team. Whatever they want me to do, I'm here for the team. I'm here for the team. If they need me a game, if they don't need me, if they need me to, you know, push Deshaun Watson, if they need me here just to kind of in case he gets suspended, that's fine. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to, you know, be a part of the team. And that's what you have to stick to the script to. I'm here to be a part of the team. Whatever the team needs, I'm here for. And that's what you just keep repeating. That's your, I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's what you keep saying. I'm here for the team. I'm here for the team, whatever the team needs. Hey, Baker, you know, how do you feel about your role in this year's offense? I'm here for the team. Hey, Baker, you know, Deshaun Watson's a really good quarterback. Do you think there's anything you can learn from him? I'm here for the team. Hey, Baker, you know, if they ask you to play in a game, Deshaun Watson goes down, he gets hit, he gets a concussion, are you going to be there to step up and, you know, lead them down the field to win and all of that? I'm here for the team. I'm here to be a part of the team, whatever the team needs. Hey, Baker, it's been a real tough offseason. You know, no more commercial deals coming in. You know, really like the reporter, like really digging Baker Mayfield. You know, no more deals are coming in. You know, they have Deshaun Watson on the progressive commercials. Deshaun Watson 17-0. Wow. You know, this team's a lot better without you, Baker. You know, how do you feel about that, Baker? You know, Deshaun Watson's so much better than you as a quarterback. How do you feel about that? How do you feel he stole your endorsements? How do you feel he stole your job? And how do you feel? I got a report right here. He may be stealing your wife. How do you feel all about that? I'm here for the team. I'll do whatever it takes for the team. Whatever to help the team be successful, that's what I will do. Baker, stick to that script, and you got a starting job next season. And I know it's not the perfect, you know, NFL story, and it's not the perfect route to go down. I 1 trillion% understand and agree. But you must play the game, Baker. Play the game. And we'll see you in 2023. Please, Baker, heed my warning. Please. Whew. All right. All right, folks. Man, oh, man. That's what we're going to end it today. We're going to wrap it up here, folks. Once again, holy cow. We've taken a month off, but we're back. And I'm not slowing down, folks. This isn't going to be, oh, I'm back today and then gone another. No. We're here, folks. We're back. Takes by Fans is back. I've got the schedule all figured out. We're good now. Yes, folks. Yes. Back. Takes by Fans around noon Eastern, mostly every single day. I'm going to try every single day, maybe a day off here and there, no worries, but we're here, folks. We're here talking sports every single day, keeping tracks of the narratives, because y'all already know, baby, sports narratives get clear every day. We adjust accordingly. If the sports narratives get clear every day and we're not here every day, how are we supposed to adjust accordingly, right? So we are officially back here. It feels so good. Oh my God. I've loved every single minute of the show. What do we got? An hour 30 today. Absolutely fantastic. So we're back here, folks. Takes by Fans. Follow me on Twitter at Takes by Fans. We're live on Twitch at Takes by Fans. Twitch.tv/Takes by Fans. Our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Google. Hopefully they still allow me on the platform after not uploading for a month. But Takes by Fans everywhere. Podcasting apps, folks. Took a month off, had an opportunity, still doing the opportunity, but still doing this as well, folks. Appreciate all the continued support. We're back officially, and we'll see you again tomorrow, folks, noon Eastern. Take it easy. First day back. What a show. What a show. Great to be back. We will see you tomorrow, folks. Appreciate everybody, and we'll see you back here right here tomorrow, noon Eastern, doing it all again. Deshaun Watson, we'll get into him way more tomorrow. Can't wait. Tons of film to break down. We'll see y'all tomorrow, folks. It is good to be back. I'll tell you that. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Have an absolute